that's a color correction. I am talking about using like a palette like this, and it's got all these colors: yellow, green, white, all these peaches and browns. Another one that I use, that you've seen me use probably, is this Dragon Beauty one. And my first color correction was this one. This was $6 for this. It lasts a long time because you're not using very much of it. But color correction, you're gonna like the color wheel. So let's say sometimes like in the summer I'll go out in the sun, and when I come in I'll have like my nose is like burnt or it's red. And so when you put your makeup on, if you don't use color correction, your nose is still gonna look red. So what you would do is come into your color correction palette, get this green, and just cover your nose. It's gonna look weird. Your whole nose is green. And I don't really like blend it out. I mean, it's pretty dark green. Or if you have, like me, I tend to have dark circles, especially right here. So that's why I use the orange to cancel out. I'm using color correction to like neutralize my face so that when I put the foundation on, it looks like everything's all one color. Some other things you can have like hyperpigmentation or like dark spots. Some people sometimes have like a yellowish tint to their face, so you would use like a purple or lavender. Any color you have on your face, you just look on the color wheel. Opposite is going to cancel out that on your face. So that's if like to give you that even complexion. And so I've shown you a few color corrections that I have. There's lots out there. This palette here was, I think, like $24, but you have all of them. So this is like a good one to start with if you wanted to. And primers are excellent because when you put it on your face, it's like a barrier between your skin and the makeup, and it's gonna help the makeup give you, it's gonna give the makeup more vibrance. My favorite primer has been the Silk Canvas by Tatcha. I love that. It is so creamy, it smells good, and it makes your makeup lay on your face so good. I'm out of that right now, but another one of my favorites is the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir. This is not the full size one. I didn't know if I would like it or not, so I got the mini one. It's got the gold flakes in it. But so they have these, and you can get the mini ones, and they're not too expensive, and these still last because you're not using that much. The first one I started with was this. I love this. I've gotten this one so many times. So even you get your face primed up, you put that on your face. I also get my lips ready for lipstick, because the lipstick's gonna be on my lips usually 4 hours at a time, and it can tend to dry you out. So before I put any makeup on, I get my face ready, and I also use Jeffree Star lip scrub. This stuff's amazing. You just dip some out, scrub your lips, and then rinse them off. And that kind of gets the dead skin off and gets your lips prepped for having lipstick on. So I'm going to go through what I do first, and that is going to be primer. This flavor is orange gummy bear, and you can't eat this. My face is primed up. I'm ready to do my color correction. When I'm going full glam, I will use this. It's really thick. You do have to blend it out a little bit, otherwise your foundation won't cover it. But today I'm going to use this palette. As you can see, I use these two the most. So I just dip my finger in and just pat it on under my eye. There's been days that I'll just put a little bit of color correction on and then go about without anything else. You can already see that it covers, you know, that cancels out that darkness. To get shadowy here around the mouth. I don't want my mouth to be dark. So I go around here, and even sometimes just here around the bottom of the nose. I will leave it like this, and when I put my foundation on and when I'm patting, it will blend it out. So I leave it like this. And actually, I always do my eye makeup first before I do face coverage. It's just a personal preference. It seems like if I do my face and then I do my eyes, I have fallout. You know, the pigment of the color falls down here under my eyes, and when I go to wipe it, I've just ruined my whole face. So that's why I do my eye makeup first. You can do it however you want. Today I'm not going to do it first. I'm just going to do the basic face, and then we'll move through each section of the face. Okay, so after you got your color correction, your primer, you're ready to go into foundation. Now I have used a lot of foundations. I do like for an everyday foundation, I like to use my Mary Kay. It goes on easy, it's smooth, it's my everyday go-to. Now if I'm going out, going glam, I right now am hooked on Huda Faux Filter. You do kind of have to work at blending this because it is full coverage. It smells amazing. Love this. Recommend this. Put some here. Take your beauty blender. Mine's worn in like an old glove, but you take it, you get it wet in the sink, squeeze it out. You just want it to be a little bit damp. Something else I feel like is important to note if you're wanting to be like serious about your makeup, the lighting that you do it in makes a difference. In my bathroom, I don't have windows. It's like really dark in here, and I used to have warm lighting in here. So the bulb, I used to have warm lighting in my bathroom. Dennis, he wants to do makeup too. Anyways, so in the bathroom, I had warm lighting, and I would be in the bathroom and I'd be done doing my makeup. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just don't like this. It doesn't look very good. And then I'd go outside and I'd be like, oh wait, this does look good. So I bought a ring light. I'll show you at the end of this. It's just right above the camera. So it gives me like a good, more like a cool light, because the warm gives off this, I don't know, a weird glow for me. I don't really like it. And then I even changed the bulbs in my bathroom to the daylight ones. When you're taking your pictures, when you're done, lighting matters. It matters a lot. When I am doing my foundation, I do my foundation on my lips, because when you put your lipstick on, you're gonna have like a more bold, brighter color. Okay, the next thing I do is put concealer on. I love concealers that I like to use. I absolutely love the Jeffree Star. His stuff is super good. A new one that I've kind of been into is the Stay Naked Correcting Concealer. Use this one today. So when I'm doing my concealer, you're just getting a concealer that's just a couple shades, probably 2 shades lighter than your foundation. I just go out like this. I put just a little on my chin, outline my jaw to kind of give like a bold jawline. And then I come up here to my forehead and I do just a few dots because I feel like I have a 5 head, so I don't want to do a bunch of highlight right here and bring all the attention to my globe. So I just do a few right here. And then I'll go ahead and contour the nose so that I can show you the technique. So I just do a straight line. So I just do a line down this. Take your beauty blender and just do little taps. Just tapping. And then when you're doing your under eye, the shape that I kind of go in is like almost like a triangle, but it's kind of got like it comes up. I'm just following like this.
The batteries ain't charged.
Okay.
That's probably why the camera ain't working.
The next thing I do is I like to set this under eye. I'll show you how it does make a difference. The palette that I usually use to do this is the Shade and Light palette. I love this. This has been my go-to for at least the last probably 2 years. I dropped it like the first day I got it and busted both of these out, which these were like the best two. But anyways, I'll use these two. I'll just take my brush and I'll just touch. And then I'll go under my eye. And I'm just kind of doing little dots. I'm packing the powder in. You can see the difference that it makes. Now, I've been using this one. I have started using Dragon Beauty. I absolutely love this one. It does give you the best under eye. Like I said, I just mix both. And then I start packing it. Like I said, I like them both. It gives you a little bit different look. I like the Kat Von D. This is pretty natural, and this gives you like kind of like a little bit of a glow. I use a this is a loose setting powder. Bacon setting powder is what Huda calls it. This is Sugar Cookie. It smells amazing. Okay, I will take my setting powder, get it on my brush, and just lightly do that same shape that you're doing with the concealer. Get right on the bottom portion of your nose. You're not going quite halfway up, just about a quarter of the way up, then you're pulling it out. I go ahead and usually bring this down right here because I always want this to be bright. I don't want it to be shadowy. Sometimes I do a lot more than just this light yet, like this. So quite a bit. Look at this dog. So all the heavy breathing isn't me, it's the dog. After a few seconds, I don't know, 30 seconds, you can leave it on longer. I just take a big fluffy brush and dust off. This. And so now I'm going to do the contouring. This is where the shape of your face comes in, and also like the things when you're wanting to contour, you're wanting to like shadow or hide certain aspects of your face. When I do my contouring, I have been using, like I said, for like 2 years, the Shade and Light palette. This has good pigmentation. It's dark, it stays on. I really like it. But I also have been getting new makeup as I've been expanding, and I've been really into Dragon Beauty base palette. And the Cheek Leader palette. These two I have been loving. And those are just powders. Sometimes I will do a cream. Sometimes the stick foundation. It's Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'll just kind of dot lightly. Come up and down, up and down. You can kind of see where it's. And I'm placing this. You can feel I have pretty high cheekbones. But my cheekbone is starting back there, and I can feel it here. And so when you look at me, I want this to look. Have you ever seen the movie Maleficent? I think that's how you say it. But then, you know, her cheekbones are like super, like look sunk in. And you kind of want to give that look. So I go, this is right under. This is the bottom of my cheekbone. So I'm going right here, and I'm coming up. I want to, you know, you want to give this lifted look. And sometimes you want to go up here to give it even more of that effect. So I'm going like this. And let's say you have a round face, you know, you feel like your cheeks are super round. You're just going to contour the sides up and down. With like your brush and your powder, definitely that'll be easier to do. You can do it with this. So I'm just doing it on both sides, giving like that. And then, like I said, back to my 5 head, I will contour right here above each eye. And then I'll just do light, just very light, so I can blend it out to give a shadowy effect. I like to do right here on the chin to make your lips look like it's giving a shadow, so your lips are bigger. You're just gonna blend it out so it doesn't look like you have harsh lines. You want it to be easy changes, definitely transition. You don't want to look like a clown. So I'll do some light blending. Just circle, 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 little circles. I'm doing it lightly. I'm not really pushing that hard. Always do like the cream on it. Sometimes I'll just do the powder, and that's enough most of the time. If I'm gonna have like a long night out, I plan on being out and about, I will use the stick foundation to make sure it lasts. And after I do the stick, you do the cream foundation for your contour. You'll go in with one of your powders. I'm going to use Cheek Leaders this time. Actually, I'm going to do this on one side, this on the other side, so you can kind of see the difference, if there is a difference. But for this Cheek Leader, I'm just going to kind of dip in both. And then I'm still going to follow that same, and I'm pulling backwards. You don't want to come forward and then you're too far forward and it like meets your mouth. That's not a good situation. And so sometimes I will bring my contour like in the shape of a 3. So I'll go like this, bring it back out and under the jaw. This gives it gives your jawbone more prominence. So I've got it on good and dark here. That's okay. Wonderful blending brush to the rescue. So you can already see when you're looking at me this way, this looks, you know, it's got that shadow compared to this side. I mean, it's got a little bit from the stick, but when you add that extra, it gives a lot. Okay, I want to use the base palette on the other side. I'm going to use the dark called Surge. Oh yeah, this one's good and dark. And I am not pushing at all. I just tap, tap, tap very lightly, knock it off, and then go like this. Pull it up so it looks lifted. A little above the brow. Then I'm going to come under the jawline. I'm going to take the blending brush. And how dark I contour or how much all depends pretty much on what I'm doing. If I'm going out for the night, like a girls' night out or something, it's going to be super duper. Life, glam life, there's usually no in between. But if there is, I won't do so much. Okay, this is the Benefit Cheek Leader Dragon Beauty Face Palette. The under eye is definitely popping on this side. Okay, the next thing I like to do for the forehead, if I still feel like she's just a shining up here, I will take a bronzer. This is Urban Decay. You can use this light color in here or use in this light one. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna go ahead and use the face palette since we're already there, and go ahead and use my brush, tap a little bit here, and just give a little more shadow up here. I'm going very light across the top. Okay, I'm going to contour my nose with this same brown color. Sometimes I do, like if it's glam going full out, I'll go dark here and really make my nose look snatched. But if I'm just going subtle, I will take a small brush. It's pretty dense. I mean, it's not like a loose, so I'll just tap, tap, tap. And see, I feel like my nose one isn't symmetrical, so I'm trying to create symmetry here, and I also feel like it's big on the end here. So what I want to do is bring a straight line down my nose, and down here I do a little bit back here just to shadow it. And then also something that some people don't realize, you can already see over here what I'm doing. Okay, anyways, when you're doing your makeup, you're creating an illusion, I guess you could call it. Some people might not have cheekbones, but the right placement of contour and highlight, it will make you look like you have cheekbones. Like when I do my eye makeup, this is my crease right here. It comes down right here. If I followed my crease, the flare out here would not look right. I create my own crease. I come in and I'll follow out just a little bit. You're just making small adjustments to give the look that you want. Same thing with the nose. I'm not following any lines or anything. I'm creating what I want my nose to look like. Down here, I feel like it sticks out. Do a little shadowing right here. I don't want the tip to be sticking out. So you can see how you can already see like the shadow on this side compared to the light. I'm gonna go ahead and do this side too. You might not be able to see this brown very well, but trust me, it's there. And my nose is already looking different. And each time you do it, you'll get better and better. You'll figure out how you like it, what you want it to look like. I take my blending brush here and I just lightly, because I don't want any lines, I don't want any harsh lines. I want it to be blended out. Jagger Lee is in the back crying. I will go ahead and do the darker color so you can kind of see a little bit better what I'm doing, because that was really light. So you can see that line there. Then I'm just coming in more because I want it to look less bulbular. Then I come out here a little bit, down here, straight across the tip. And it's just little adjustments. You're always just gonna make little adjustments. Maybe this side looks like this, so you need to go in. Makeup is a wonderful thing. I look like an animal right now. I look like freaking a gazelle. But you do some blending, and then next thing you know, it looks like you got a nose job. But it's temporary and no pain. And that is how you contour your nose. So it looks different. And each stage you might be like, wow, I look really weird right now. Like I said, I look like a gazelle here a few seconds ago. But when you're done, it all comes together. Patience is key. So mid-routine, I might just take like a setting spray or my or just some hydrating mist or something, because makeup can be drying and we have layers on. So you're just gonna give yourself a squirt of moisture, let it dry. Face palette has highlighter. These two are great. The Cheek Leader has a highlighter. One of my favorites that has, you're gonna see the shine, is the I think it's Alchemy or Alchemist or something, Kat Von D. It's actually $10 right now, or it was, it might be sold out now, but $10 for this. I've had this for 2 years. I mean, it's amazing. I'm gonna use it and show you just how great the highlighter is, but I like to do a more natural highlight first, and I find the Tartiste Pro Glow palette to have 4 of the best natural highlighters. So what I'll do, I just take a loose, fluffy little brush. If you really want to pack on the color, you'll just take your spray her a little bit, wave it around, get some pick some highlighter up, and then this is the top of my cheekbone. And so what you're doing is making it look like the sun or light is coming down and shining right here, and it's in the shadow here is gonna make it look like you have a prominent cheekbone. Like the sun, when it hits it, there's a shadow. That's the effect that you're going for. So you do right here. I bring mine lightly up and around to the top of my brow bone, and a little dusting. Okay, I said I was gonna do a more natural look, but I think we're gonna go full glam, just the way it looks. But if you want to do a more subtle look, all you gotta do is boom back a little bit. You can take away the concealer and just wear contour and highlight and blush, or just foundation and blush. I mean, you can, this is an art. You're just working with the products you have and creating the look that you want. I also do a little bit right here on the bridge of my nose. I bring it down, and then right here on the tip, I give it a good bit there, so it's shining. And then right here on my Cupid's bow, not everybody has a Cupid's bow, but I do. And I go right across it and a little on the chin. And then, see, if I was just wanting to do like a more natural look, I just stick with that kind of highlight. But if I was gonna go out on the town, and I mean go out. This palette, I'll do ultraviolet just to show you. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one. And all the colors in this palette look just like this. Amazing. And then you don't want to go straight across and have this line. You want to go with the angle that you've been doing. You're lightly brushing it around. Yes. Okay, blush. There's any kind of color you want. This also goes with, you can do the tone that you have. I have the Morphe palette with colors like this. I am not a huge pink wearer. You really won't catch me wearing pink lipstick or anything, but I find a light pink on the apple of your cheeks gives a very nice look. But my number one go-to that I've been using for 4 years now, Urban Decay Afterglow Rapture. I got this color and I was like, I don't even know why I got this. It's not what I was looking for. Then I tried it and I fell in love. It's my favorite. And I'm going right between highlight, contour. I'm doing forward, back. And you're just trying to give yourself like a flushed look. I mean, me, I don't know. I'm not into like looking like rosy cheeked, like, I don't know. But I love this color. As you do it, you'll get better